itsbillmania! Wait, what? That's not what we were trying to say. We got some more retro wrestling illustrations for you today. Hello, everybody. We've got Hulk Hogan on deck, Andre the Giant, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, Jake the Snake Roberts, the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase, and Cactus Jack. So we're starting our journey with Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan. WHOLEKOGAN. Hulk Hogan. Not even a little bit of the Kogan, just the whole thing. There he is, ripping his shirt. Iconic. Completely iconic. I've done a couple of illustrations of him. This was the first in this style, and I was happy with it. This ended up on a poster for... it was one of the Era posters. So this was the Golden Era poster for WWE. Andre the Giant was also on it. He's a little bit bigger than most of the other illustrations on there because, well, he's a giant, you know, and that kind of makes sense, right? He's a giant, so he's bigger. You may notice that I added some shadowing underneath his body, which I don't normally do, but I did that on Yokozuna as well because both those characters are so massive, so I felt like it made sense. And here we are moving on to Ricky the Dragon Steamboat in his red gi. I would have thrown him into that crazy dragon outfit that he had before, but when doing these for companies, you often have to use the reference that they want you to use, and that's what we did. I think it's a cool illustration either way. I go right over my old Razor Ramon illustration because I kind of wanted to have the same feeling with this Jake the Snake as the Razor Ramon. I just feel like the pose was perfect, so I just reused that pose, went over it with Jake the Snake, and I feel like both illustrations are definitely their own, and I think this one came out really clean. I really like drawing the snake too. I looked at old 40s and 50s cartoons, like Chuck Jones cartoons, for how they would draw snakes, and kind of brought a little bit of that life into it with his little bulbous head. And I loved doing $1 Million Man. His pose came out really, really easily. Sometimes these things go through multiple different stages, but once I figured out his legs, it just felt right. He looks like this giant mass on top with these tiny little stick legs and those silly little feet. And although I do love using a lot of black in my illustration, I wanted to go with his green suit because I felt like it was way more iconic, even though I think that he used the black suit more often. Paint in that $1 Million belt and we're good. Now you can see again, I'm using that old Razor Ramon illustration as a template almost. Don't be afraid of reusing things if you're doing a series. Reusing a pose, reusing colors, it always helps to have some kind of connection point between your illustrations so that the things feel connected. Connection points equal connection. Hey, how about that? Bill, you're a genius. So this Cactus Jack is more of a WCW era Cactus Jack rather than the rest of these illustrations, which are Golden Era WWF WWE. But I feel like he fits in with the rest of them, so what are you going to do? You're not going to do anything. I mean, you could click away from the video, which that would be kind of sad. Don't do that. Go watch one of my other ones.